I was gonna let this slide like the playground, but I wouldn't have even saw this if I hadn't have seen this comment right here saying I agree. And I'm like, you agree on what? We weren't even talking, right? Okay. Some Becky with the wanna be good hair commented. I'm sorry. First of all, you didn't even start it with a capitalized letter. I shouldn't even take you seriously, but let's keep reading. I'm sorry to say, but none of these videos really show what happened to Kenneka. It such a waste of time because I have clicked into, you mean own, 4 of your links, and it's been a waste of my time. Please title your videos properly. This doesn't show what happened to her, and I feel as though people are using this unfortunate event to gather followers and views, which is very sad. A young girl lost her life, and we all want justice, but let's not make up little stories along the way. I am certainly for justice for Kenneka, and I'm not into people using her for publicity for themselves. This is just my opinion. Have a lovely day. God bless. Some black guy said, I agree. All right. Number one, Amber Lee. I had over 500,000 views before I ever started talking about this, Amber Lee. If you scroll through my videos, you'll see that I talk about a lot of things. A lot. I have over 1,000 videos on YouTube, right? And I only made about 5 or 6 maybe about Kenneka. Right. I've been making money off of YouTube way before this. I've been on YouTube since I was 17. Right. I don't need to use Kenneka for publicity. If anything, it's hurting me because YouTube, you don't really get to put a lot of ads on your videos when you talk about something that's not quote unquote advertiser friendly. Right. I had a cousin once say to me that he got off the internet because of people's opinions, because I noticed his Facebook was gone. I saw him one day in person and I said, "Hey, what happened to your Facebook?" He said, "I got rid of it because of people's opinions." I didn't understand at the time, but now I do understand. People always want to insert their 2 cents. My videos have touched a lot of people. A lot of people. I get tons of comments telling me how they like my videos. And for you to say it's a waste of time when clearly you can look in your analytics and it'll show you how long people stay on particular videos. They're watching. You're watching. Amber Lee. So I felt some type of way about this comment because it's like, dude, I don't clickbait. White people always want to tell you what you need to be doing. Not even just white people, but people in general always want to tell you, please title your videos properly. But I put an emphasis on white people because white people always want to feel like they can tell black people what they should be doing. Run along, Becky. I don't use clickbait titles. When I say on this particular post, if you want to see what really happened to Kenneka Jenkins, click the link in my bio now. Must see. I didn't make up a story. I'm literally showing you what's happening in the video, the surveillance video. But I'm making up a story. These are more disinfo agents, y'all, coming on statuses big and small. I only have 7 likes on this, but yet they'll come and they'll make sure, and most of the time they're white, they'll make sure that they say, oh, you're making up stuff. This isn't true. I want justice for Kenneka. No, you don't. Because you wouldn't be bashing somebody that's talking in defense of Kenneka, whether you agree with what you think, whether you agree with that person on what actually happened or not. There was some foul play involved if you really want justice for Kenneka. So you wouldn't be bashing people that are making videos for Kenneka in her favor. So let me tell you something, white girl. Matter of fact, let me show you. Most of the people with all these opinions have private profiles. Fake Christian and a purple Kenneka heart. I don't see justice for Kenneka in your bio. You have 302 followers. And you're going to have the nerve to say, matter of fact, maybe you should be putting something in your titles or something so that you can get more followers. Maybe you should do that. Maybe I should tell you what you need to be doing. Maybe you need to get that scripture out of your stuff and put YouTube police in there. Maybe you need to learn how to spell before you write a whole book on somebody's Instagram picture. It's like white people, they appear to be for you, but they do so many things that don't line up. The actions don't line up with the words. It's like they like to infiltrate things. You know what I mean? Just have you noticed? And then I'm gonna move on. At most jobs, the higher ups are white, and it just mimics the slave plantation a lot, like the white overseers of the little niggers. Have you noticed that in corporate America? So it's like they always wanna run stuff. Like I don't need a white savior. That's okay. Run along. Go get justice for go get justice for somebody else. Okay? Because if you're not fully on this journey and you're bashing people and arguing with people and trying to cause confusion, we don't want you on justice for Kenneka because you're not really for justice for Kenneka. So, moving on to somebody who does like my videos, one of the many people, Happy Mulatto. I asked her for permission to use her videos in this video. I said, hello, I'm a YouTuber and I wanted to request permission to use your videos as one big video on my channel. I would give you full credit in the video and in the description linking back to your Instagram. Hope to hear back from you. She agreed and she said, no problem, hun. I'm loving your insight in this case. Da, 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 da. I've made videos showing the numerous of messages that I get from people. Oh, I like your video. And then somebody comes like, you're wasting my time. You wasted your time typing that, thinking that you were going to have me, oh, gee, one white girl said she didn't like the way I titled my videos, so I'm going to go change them all to please somebody I've never met in my life and will never meet in my life, probably. Oh, no. Get the fuck out of here. Moving right along, you will see that Happy Mulatto's picture is of Kenneka. J for K is in her bio. She's really for the justice of Kenneka. She's not just commenting like she is, right? Okay, let's go all the way down. And I hate when people, you're just doing things for views. Well, I think that's why we put things out on the internet. Do we say, oh, well, let me put this out here, but I really don't want nobody to click on it. I really don't want nobody to rush. I really don't want nobody to comment. I'm just putting it out there. Stop it. Everybody wants to be seen, noticed, and heard and appreciated. People, you're just doing that for views. Well, yeah, YouTube slogan is broadcast yourself. Right, okay. I said I was moving on. My bad, y'all. Moving on. Okay, all right, let's get it. This lady, she posted a lot of stuff. I love her accent, by the way. Let's get it. These are all the questions that we should be asking about this case.
When the guy called in, he said she was frozen solid.
Let's start that over because, yeah.
When the guy called in, he said she was frozen solid. Okay? 4:45, they took her out of the freezer. 4:50 something, you see the coroner, and I do that because coroner, okay, the alleged coroner, was lifting her head and she seemed quite flexible. Okay? 5:00 something, Teresa comes to ID her. So you tell me between that time and that time, when did the thawing process happen? Like, when did she defrost? And I don't want this to be morbid and disrespectful, but how long does it normally take to defrost a whole turkey or a whole chicken? This is a human body that was supposedly frozen solid. Why is it they said, okay, she had rigor mortis was present? It was found at 12:30.
All right, let's keep it moving.
She had rigor mortis was present. If you know she walked into that freezer, which we know she didn't because the camera did not show us that. The camera showed her going to the left and the freezer was on the right. So we already know that's bullshit. And she got trapped in there. She would never just be lying dead on her back. She would have been in fetal position, trying to keep warm, trying to, survive. Okay? And she's laying flat. And the coroner's able to do that. And she's laying flat on her back, defrosting, everything's fine, hair's dry, everything. Guys, come on. That's because she was never frozen. She was never frozen. It's bullshit. She had rigor mortis. Another query for me. Since she's passed, we've seen so much social media footage of her. Like, she loved taking pictures. She was a beautiful girl. She loved taking pictures. She was always on someone's live, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter. I barely know how to use this. But don't you notice that all of a sudden, that night, Kenneka wasn't on any social media? Look how bomb she looked. She looked bomb as fuck, okay? She was fucking slaying. She was probably the best dressed and most beautiful girl there. You're telling me that she didn't take no selfies that night? She didn't get on live? She's not in anybody else's pictures? Maybe some of you might say, oh, her battery might have been dead. Okay, fine, but she's in a room full of people whose batteries aren't. Where's the pictures? The only evidence that we have that she was there was that footage that was in the elevator when they were supposedly... Another... Now, you just tell me this. What other evidence do we have that she was at that party? Because in all the pictures or the footage that is there, she's either standing to the side, it's the back of her, she's hiding her face, and I know a few people have said to me, oh, she told her mum she was going to the movies, and maybe that's why she didn't get on social media. Okay, one, her mum might not be following her friends on social media. It's possible. Two, she didn't take any personal pictures. The girl does not exist when it comes to social media on the 9th. And that may lead us to the conclusion of, was she ever there on the 9th? Because there's no footage that's telling me that she was. And please don't say to me, oh, well, what about the footage when she's walking up and down the corridors? We're in 2017. That camera, that CCTV footage looked like it was filmed with a fucking calculator in... Now, 2017. That camera, that CCTV footage looked like it was filmed with a fucking calculator in 1991, like, or some Super Nintendo. The footage was so shit, I can't see that's her. That looks like a thicker version of her in an outfit that's similar to hers. Guys, where are the photos from her that night? And where's her phone? Where's her phone? 2017. Is it just me, or does this hotel have more irrelevant footage in areas of the hotel that actually don't really matter than the areas that do matter? How can you protect the customers, the patrons who are in this hotel, when you've got majority of your cameras focused on areas where customers probably will never be? They've got all this footage of all these corridors downstairs, all these lifts that open up to nothing. One, where is the footage directly outside the hotel room? Or even off the floor? Because then we would be able to see who's coming and going, who's on the 9th floor, who's in room 926, who's coming in, who's coming out. We can't see that. But I digress. Guys, the guy that is downstairs in the kitchen, okay, and he's got the trolley with the black bin liner on it, the garbage bag, okay, and everybody's saying it looks like a body. Is it just saying it looks like a body? Not everybody, but a lot of people are saying it looks like a body has been put in a garbage bag. And he's going past another trolley and the garbage bag knocks. So he physically has to sort of like push the garbage bag back onto the trolley so he can go past, okay? One, who the fuck has ever seen garbage that looks that shape? What possibly would be in that bag that would be that shape? And if you look online, there's people who have actually put themselves in garbage bags to prove that it looks like it looks exactly the same. It looks like there's a body in there. So, what I'm trying to say is, unless he's got like 10 dead sausage dogs or a roll of old carpet, why would it be shaped like that? And then why would it be leaking? Because then when he moves it, you see there's a patch, and then 2 seconds later there's a guy who comes and cleans it. But it's like, where are all these workers when Kenneka was walking up? saying it looks like a body. These workers, when Kenneka was walking up and down these corridors for like an hour, no one saw her. Wow. It ain't adding up, guys. Bullshit. These workers... Okay, just like a quick message for the negative Nancys. You are more than entitled to have your opinion, okay? This is social media. But if you know that you think this whole Kenneka thing is bullshit, you don't believe she was murdered, you believe it was an accident, you believe exactly what the press has told you, then, and you know, you think we all need to get over it, you need to get on, okay? Bye. Why are you here? It's almost like going into a pizza shop just to tell them you don't eat pizza. Mm-hmm. What? Don't come here. Go. If we're crazy and we're, you know, we're all losing the plot and we're doing all these, you know, videos and we're looking at all this evidence and it's all bullshit, leave us to our bullshit. Because we don't need you. Okay, we need something tangible to pay these bills with. So we need people who are actually down for the cause. If you're not down for the cause, okay. Pause. Babe, just go. Just go. Take care. Okay? Stay safe, okay? It's cold out there. No. If you're not for justice for Kenneka and you are not seeing that this is actually worldwide, I'm in the United Kingdom. Okay? There's only one newspaper I saw. This case wasn't even picked up by half of the papers here. And this girl that I've never met, family I've never met, and all these people who are putting in hours and hours and hours of work for you to come up on Facebook and be like, oh, this is bullshit. Do you know that that person's probably spent 6 hours of their own personal time to create a video for you to say it's bullshit because you're not down for the cause? If you're not down for the cause, it wouldn't make sense to you. And that's why it's not making sense to you. So, please, guys, if you're negative Nancy, babe, pause.
If you negative Nigel, you too. Bye.
So, one thing I have noticed as well is someone asked me, oh, what pages do you follow, like, for Kenneka updates, okay? And what I've noticed is there are certain pages that are trying to give people reheated tea that we already drank 3 days ago. So they're trying to give us regurgitated tea when we already digested it 3 days ago on a different page. So what the fuck are you doing? And they're trying to act like the tea is authentic from them, and it's actually not. It's like that by day 3 of having the Thanksgiving turkey, I don't want turkey no more. And if I do, I want it as fresh as day 1, which means go to pages who are still giving it to you fresh. They're not copying it from different pages. They're not copying it just from because they can't be bothered to do their own research, but they want to take credit. No. So the sites that... So...
Right. I don't flag people. That's number one. But I've seen people taking not just these Kenneka videos from me, but other videos and just put it on their page. My watermark there, and don't tell me nothing. That's why I asked this lady for her permission, because that's disrespectful. It takes me a long time to make these videos and edit them and render them and upload them and all this stuff. And you too lazy to do that. You just want to get, like, what? A couple of people have, you know, shouted me out in the description or something like that. Yeah, I appreciate that. But even if you don't, I'm not going to flag you because I don't do that. But I just feel like that's disrespectful. Do your own research. Put in the time and the effort.
Scoop_gang, like, she is the first person who kind of started me thinking about whether she was even ever there on the 9th, and you can see it in my video, but she was on live once, and she was like, you know what, I want to see the footage from the 6th, and then it was like, wow, okay, so, yes, she came up with that kind of early, and she clocked a lot of things, like Manifa having the keys in the elevator, and then it's weird because then within maybe 2 hours, another page will post the exact same thing. And obviously, I understand if we're all at the same place in the case, but we're not. Some of us are still on one thing, some are on another. So the others are that I go to are Daily 926 Crimes, Perfect Weirdo, Give Me Liberty, Peace, Freedom, Nikki Ray Ray, and on Twitter, Damika Rochelle. She is amazing. Stuff, because it's almost like we're not viewing her as an innocent 19-year-old who. And another thing that I'm kind of thinking, like, I understand, like, when we all...
Hold on, make sure that...
Scoop underscore...
Okay, yeah, just making sure.
And another thing that I'm kind of thinking, like, I understand, like, when we all signed up to this Colombo life, this investigation life, okay, we were going to do what it took to get justice. But there are some pages that are, like, posting stuff about Kenneka. Like, I don't know about all this cousin shit, and I don't know whether she was dating her cousins or what, or she was pregnant. Like, I don't, like, as far as I'm concerned, I don't give a fuck about all that. I'm trying to find out who killed her. I don't give a fuck who she was sleeping with 6 years ago. What has that got to do with the case? Like, why is that relevant now? I want tangible information that is going to tell me about how she died. I just don't know why we're going into her personal business like that, unless it's like some long lost lover that went and stayed at the Crown Plaza, then fair enough. But if it's not relevant to the case, I don't really want to know about the personal stuff, because it's almost like, and another thing that I'm stuff, because it's almost like we're not viewing her as an innocent 19-year-old whose life was brutally cut by some murdering motherfucker who we don't know who they are. Now it's like her character's in question, like she's sleeping with her cousins and all these things. And do you know what? I'm not interested in all that. I'm not. Stuff, because it's almost like shout out to Dark World End, because she's let me know that they basically leaked the pictures, okay? I'm not gonna cry, okay? I'm good. You know what? When I saw the pictures, it's almost like I wasn't prepared for it. I feel like we've all just been so focused on, maybe not all, fuck it. I feel like I've been a lot more focused on the outward stuff of this case, like the evidence, what's in the background, what's on the floor. When I looked at that picture, I was like, you know what? I just looked at her. I didn't look at all the evidence like this is one of them motherfucking apps you can get where it's like click the hidden objects. I didn't even look at it like that. I literally and I was just looking at her like this 19-year-old beautiful girl. You could even tell from like the footage that we've seen of her, like her aura just was bright. She would light up a fucking room. Do you understand how scared she must have been in her last moments on earth? You've probably been raped. You've been beaten. You've been betrayed. You've been motherfucking set up. And they want to take your organs. How scared must she have been? And you know what? She probably wanted her mum. Because you know sometimes it's like you revert back. She probably just wanted... She must have been so scared. And let me tell you something. I'm shook. I'm prayed up. Anyone else, no matter what you believe in, who you believe in, if you don't, you want to worship a fucking Krispy Kreme donut, do what you got to do, because let me tell you something, the way this world is going, yo, this is crazy. And why is there blood on the floor? Why is there blood on the door? Why is she got dirt on the side of her body as though she was murdered outside, dragged, put in a black garbage bag, which is why she's got a little bit of the remain of the garbage bag on her thumb, and then dumped in the freezer? Why is her lip busted? Why is there lip glosses random? Why has she got a hair scrunchie underneath her body? How did it get there? Or did it get there from someone who put her in there? Someone who maybe had the hair tied around their wrist and it fell off during the struggle. Why has she got a cut on her hand that wasn't mentioned? Why is there a random out of place block of ice in the corner? You didn't class it as a crime scene the minute you saw any of that. Why is there...
Exactly.
And I understand that, you know, there are some certain friends who actually didn't have nothing to do with her being set up. But where all them other friends who say that, oh, that was my sister and my best friend, where were you? Where were you when she needed you? Look at that picture. Look at that fucking picture of her dead in the freezer, and you even got the audacity to be on social media talking about, oh, she was my friend, that was my friend, your friend. Your friend was murdered. All those other little extras, the Shemayas, the Bree's at the funeral giving a Broadway production of Annie. Bitch, where were you that night?
Right.
Where were you since that night? You got Monifa up on social fucking media with money, gang money. Gang yourself into the shower, you grimy tramp. Don't talk to me about, oh, she was my friend and this. Irene, listen, all them friends need to get picked off one. And
yes.
And okay, just think about it. Just think about how much that crime scene was compromised from the get. No forensic clothing used. You've got the whole goddamn Jackson 5 walking up and down. Everybody in Chicago and their mothers walking up and down that kitchen. No one ain't wearing no gloves. That whole area, I would have been like, you know, everybody out. I only want people in forensic clothing who are here. And this is what people got to remember. It's not as simple as just putting on gloves. There are forensic professionals who are trained on how to gather evidence. Okay, did they dust the handle off the freezer, seeing as you said Kenneka put herself in there? Did you take samples of the white substance that was in her hair? Did you take sample of the blood to make sure that actually, is the blood all Kenneka's? Because what happened to that dude? Do you remember that security guard who had the bloody nose? Okay. Because you know what? I'm more than happy for street justice to take the people that murdered her. Okay? I feel like street justice could probably quite easily be done for Monifa and Irene, because I don't know if they're still working at McDonald's.
Hold on, make sure we didn't skip that, right?
Okay? Just think about it.
Okay.
Because you know what? I'm more than happy for street justice to take the people that murdered her. Okay? I feel like street justice could probably quite easily be done for Monifa and Irene, because I don't know if they're still working at McDonald's, but that's where they be. Shamaya, I'm not sure if anyone read that. I read it on Lovely Layla or Leia and Nicole's page. And it said that Zari, the girl that Kenneka was meant to go to the movies with, beat Shamaya's ass. So the next time we see Shamaya, I'm expecting to see gums. I don't want to see no teeth. I'm expecting those teeth to have been knocked out. So let's just hope she beat the brakes of her, guys. Look at God. Because
I think it was Monifa that got the brakes beat off her. Shamaya somewhere trying to think she pretty.
And what pisses me off is the fact that they released those photos and yet again they think we're fucking dumb. I'm telling you, they're trolling us. They think we're fucking stupid. We're not going to trust what you lot say. You edited 36 hours worth of fucking footage. You're getting decoys and shit. You don't think they're going to falsify a report, a 1 page or however many fucking pages it was? I'm not wasting my time reading that shit. Because every time I read it, I'm like, duh. So, you release pictures. And a lot of people are saying, okay, she's got spunk in her hair. But, like, I believe to an extent there's spunk. But guys, there's spunk in her hair, spunk on her belly, spunk in the corner, spunk at the door. It's like fucking spunkdom. Like, something ain't right with that. Like, I feel like some of it is spunk. The stuff on her body is spunk. But I don't know about all that spunk on the floor. But it's like, did they not think we were going to see that? Like, wow. They think. And what pisses me off is the fact that they released those photos. So, Kenneka's in the freezer. The second photo we see, she now has bangs. Okay? She has bangs pressed onto her forehead. Okay? A lot of people have said it was her leave out. Okay. Fast forward to when Frank Markle has moved her onto the gurney. And that's Frank Markle, aka the organ donation man, aka the coroner, and now aka the baddest hairstylist to come out of Chicago, because he's out here styling Remy Bundles. How the fuck have we gone from bangs pressed to her forehead to a middle part neat as fuck on a gurney? So, right. Because I just need someone to confirm that to me, because I'm struggling. I'm struggling. So, when Teresa was viewing her body in that kitchen, at that time, it was not a crime scene, and you fucking know it. Stop playing with us. We're not dumb. They knew damn well it wasn't a crime scene, because guess what? If we're looking at it from the outside, not one motherfucker in that kitchen was treating it as a crime scene. So stop. No one's got gloves on. There's no forensic team here. There's no taping this off. You have not got any evidence of it being a crime scene when she viewed her daughter. The people who were touching Kenneka and laying her out on that gurney so she can be viewed by her mother in a fucking kitchen, they didn't have gloves on. So they can touch my child, but I can't. They would have had to shoot me with a motherfucking dart. I would have went off. My daughter's been murdered in your fucking hotel, and you're telling me I can't. When
Exactly. Ooh.
So if the freezer was locked with keys and you needed keys to open it, how was it open for her to go in there? So who did we see with the keys? Monifa. Who else did we see with the keys? The manager. How would she get into a locked freezer? Both doors. So even if she went in, because remember, this is what they're trying to tell us. Even if it was open and she went in, how did it close? Because you've got to lock it and you've got to open it. It's like a fucking front door. We saw Monifa with the keys. The freezer was locked. The manager had to unlock the freezer to find her in there. Let that sink in. So
Exactly. What? She was telling too much truth for y'all. They not trying to play this. Hold on, y'all. Girl.
And you know,
I want to see that one. This one ain't playing. So let's just read what she's saying. Did Honeefa really get jumped? Why is all camera footage in this Kenneka case so awful? It's 2017. I hope they went in. So yeah, that's what that one's about. Yeah, she got it.
And you know what's really pissing me off is the fact that, like, of their ages, like, I don't know how old Monifa is. I'm guessing she's probably in the 90s, similar to Kenneka. But that's some little girl fighting. Like, I want a big, real bitch to step to Monifa. Like, none of this little petty pets. Like, no. I want her to start getting some big boy lick, okay? I want her to pay. And the fact of the matter is that they are all going to start turning on each other. And it's begun before our eyes. And they are going to turn on each other. And this case is going to start moving fast. And I'm glad and I'm happy and our prayers are being answered. And you know what? They are going to pay in this life or the next. They're going to get justice. It might not be legal justice. It might be street justice. But guess what? There is no anything legal about this case, so we don't have to be civilized and try to keep it sweet. No, I want all them bitches. And you know,
exactly.
So in the new footage that's come out, and she's walking through the lobby. Okay, this is when the security guard has her phone. Do you notice that her shoes are dark? Her sneakers are dark. Okay. So let's just rewind back to when she had her hand in her sleeve, and do you remember she had a sneaker in her hand, and everyone was like, "No, that's Monifa's sneaker." But the sneaker in the picture looked white or maybe grey. But Monifa's wearing dark sneakers, so whose fucking sneaker did she have? Yet again, every time new footage comes out, it's Monifa. That girl is up to her fucking neck in it. That potato-nosed bitch who has consistently is proven to be a compulsive liar. So, at the end of the day, you know what, the people who can give us the answers, we're sitting here really trying to figure out, you know, we're trying to fill in the gaps for people who are alive. We're filling in the gaps for Kenneka. She can't speak for herself. But at the end of the day, the kids hold the key. We're sitting here analysing CCTV when we actually have humans who saw what happened. And they have eyes and ears. You're telling me out of the 60 illiterate dumbos who were in those 5 or 20 rooms that they had, you're telling me not one person's gonna crack? Where's Kim Ballou at? Do you remember when Kim Ballou came out and she was like giving us the tea? Where are you at? All the kids have locked down. No one's talking. Everyone's shook. We're trying to make a loaf out of breadcrumbs here and it's just not going to work out for us. I'm just a little bit confused as to why we're filling in gaps when there's people who can actually answer it for us. I want to hear from them. At the end of the day, you know what, the people who... Okay, that pumpkin-nosed bitch is out here having the time of her life. She's out here planning the Rosemont Rave Part 2. She's out here trying to have another hotel party, and she's pissed because the hotel wouldn't take their booking. Then she's sitting on, I think someone took a screenshot of her live, and she's sitting there with her little 12-year-old Reese's Pieces buttercup titty hanging out, looking like she feels like she's brand new. Bitch, you look pathetic, okay? You look dumb. The fact she's sitting there with her goddamn teeny-weeny fetus ponytail, bitch, if you don't get the fuck out of here, like... Okay, that pump... Why were her inside pockets out? Why in the report did it say that they attempted to resuscitate her when she was supposedly frozen solid and cold to the touch? Were the inside of her pockets out because someone redressed her? Do you know how hard it must be to redress an adult limp body in tight-ass skinny jeans? Do you know how hard it is to dry denim? Why the fuck is her outfit dry as hell? Why the fuck was Dr. Snoz going on about the hypothermia and how maybe she actually started to undress herself? So she just took one titty out. She just took the inside of her fucking jean pockets out. The footage of Kenneka, that's the only face that ever seems like we can't get a clear shot of it. It's like it was shot with a goddamn first-gen Nintendo DS. What the fuck? Where's the damn footage of how that fucking coffee cup ended up in the kitchen? Why haven't we located the security guard yet? Where's the footage of Shamaya, Monifa and motherfucking Bree leaving Kenneka to go and find her phone and key? Listen, if the FBI can retrieve Hillary's motherfucking emails, they can get the camera footage that's missing. Why did that manager go straight to the freezer like he already knew she was in there? Why is it after the manager discovered Kenneka's frozen solid body in the freezer, why is he walking back swinging those keys like he's having a fucking walk on a pier in the Mariah Carey fantasy video? What the fuck? Where's the
right questions that need to be answered?
You left her. At the end of the day, if me and 3 of my friends walk into a club, me and 3 of my friends are walking out that bitch. You don't ever leave your friend. You move as a unit. You move in formation. You go to the bathroom, guess what, bitch? I'm here. You don't leave your friend. It doesn't take a whole village to go and get a mobile phone and keys. Why would it take all of you? One minute you say you turned around and she was gone. Next minute you said you left her to go and get her phone and keys. Which one was it? You're covering yourself by saying, oh, well, we searched the hotel from top to bottom. A bitch, you shouldn't have had to look for her. Because guess what? Had it been me or one of my friends, there would have been multiple dead bodies. Because guess what? You're looking to kill her, you're going to have to kill me too, and 3 of my girls.
Mm-hmm.
You do not leave your friend. You put her in a fucked up situation that ended up with a mother losing her child. And they're going to have to live with that for the rest of their motherfucking life. You left her. At the end of the day.
Straight up. Oh, yeah, child. Yeah.
You left her. And there are certain females out there in the world that masquerade as your friend. Okay? But guess what? They're masquerading as your friend because they're actually your hater. There are females who watch you. They want to be like you. They want to copy and do everything that you do. They just don't like the fact that you're great. And that's exactly what happened with Kenneka. She was surrounded by a lot of two-faced, scaly, python, reptilian, snake-ass bitches. But sometimes the closest people to you are the people who actually really are the most fucking deadly. The people that you will ride out for. The people that you actually legitimately think have the best intentions, but they don't. I'd rather have 20 enemies than have one fake friend. Because I know what their intentions are. I'm under no illusion of what it is. Be careful who you motherfucking trust. Because it could cost you your life, for real. And all this shit with the protesters, can't you see what they're actually trying to do? Because I don't understand why all of a sudden we've got the protesters in paradise. We got some damn soap opera with all this drama. The minute they see that there's a movement of melanin in production, they are sending snitches, they are sending rats in to fuck up this case. Because guess what? When black people come together, we're too motherfucking powerful and they get shook. They try to fucking sabotage us before we can even get fucking results. I'm not interested about whether Jack's authentic or not. I'd rather we had some kind of update on how this case is going. The protesters are turning this in to some Broadway production of Chicago. The devil is all up in this. They're trying to disrupt, misdirect, discredit. They're trying to fucking neutralize us. Physically and mentally. We need to stay focused and just realise what this is. Irene's got a really good memory. She remembers a lot of stuff, even though she was high on a pill. Like, she's got a good memory. Why did Irene have a whole black eye? Why wasn't Irene blinking? Why aren't we addressed why they were running in the porking lap? I'm still just a bit confused. Why would it take both Shamaya and Monifa to go and get phone and key? But why would it take both of them? Why wouldn't one stay with her? Why is Zach apologising on behalf of social media? No, babe, don't apologise for me because guess what? She's still fraudulent because you know what? She didn't look for her and you dipped out the hotel before they actually found Kenneka. Why are we just seeing these videos in November? Why is he trying to build up suspense and anticipation while we all wait for him to release these videos? Babe, you're not dropping the sequel to Shotters. Just drop the videos. This is someone's life we're dealing with. This is a murder. We're not waiting for your fucking mixtape. Irene's...
I love this lady.
Why did they allow the security guard to leave the country the next day? Knowing damn motherfucking well that the security guard allowed them to smoke weed and have underage drinking. If the police viewed all the CCTV, why is there no mention of why that security guard had a bloody nose? Listen, they allow the kids to do what the fuck they want in that hotel on the 9th floor because guess what? They get bodies at the end of the day. The hotel isn't editing all this video to protect the friends. They don't give a fuck. They're trying to protect themselves. So if Kenneka's phone was being used for music, how are we sure what text she legitimately sent that night? Why didn't any of the kids stay over at the hotel? Why did the hotel only decide to throw the kids out when they started looking for Kenneka? Why do I feel like Larry's really only out here just to get a check? We want justice, babe. Okay, I'm talking about I want jail time or I want funerals. Like, I want people to pay for this shit. The FBI and Al Sharpton are out here worrying about Meek Mill or motherfucking Kevin Hart. What happened to Kenneka? Teresa said that people have been bought. I want to know who. Who paid that 200-year-old medieval fossil, Andrew Holmes, to lie? Why did they allow this...
Yeah, that's the first video I saw of hers. That's why I had it in my saved. I was like, oh yeah, man, let me go to her page.
The fact fact that instead of just looking at and listening to what Dr. Ali's trying to tell us, certain people are going out their way to discredit him. Why does it matter about his degree? Who gives a shit about his degree? I don't give a damn whether he went to the University of motherfucking albino unicorns. I don't care. He's stating motherfucking facts. I don't care who is giving me the facts. Why haven't we heard shit from Larry? What have we established since September? Because I ain't hearing no updates of shit. Larry is gonna have to take down Rosemont PD, Crown Plaza, fake-ass coroners, police officers, video editors. Do you understand the amount of people that he's gonna have to motherfucking prosecute? Justice for us is not just getting the family a settlement that she can take to the bank. Her daughter was brutally murdered. We want people to pay.
Exactly. So that's what we have from her channel, or not her channel, but her Instagram page. Please, please, please go follow her. Please. She's asking the right questions. We need her in somebody's courtroom when this goes to trial, and I hope these people get indicted. It's your girl Tiffany M. Draper. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook under the same handle Tiffany M. Draper. Please go show the happy mulatto some love.